Hi, and welcome back to Hunt Hill at Home. This is a chance for me to share things live from Hunt Hill to all of you sitting there watching at home. We do this every weekday at 1 p.m. So today's topic is beavers. Beavers are fantastic engineers, and they build beaver dams. Because they build these things, they can cause some problems sometimes, but there are also human engineering designs that can help fix these problems. So we're going to be building some beaver dams today, but in a mini version. And so the things that you need if you want to follow along or do this later at home will be some leaves, some bark, some sticks, and if you want, some rocks. Now, before we begin, I've got our joke of the day. So, what did a beaver say to the tree after it was done gnawing it down? It was nice to gnaw ya. All right, let's get started. So, if you would like to build your own beaver dam and engineer just like beavers do, you'll use these materials that you can find in nature. Now, when you're finding materials, please don't pick or kill anything that is alive. So, I usually use this rhyme to help me remember what I can and cannot use out of nature. If it is brown and down, like our leaves or our sticks on the ground, then it's fine to use. If it's green and living, then we do not pick it. So I'm going to move the camera a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. The first step is you have to dig a hole. Now I already did this step for us. Let's see if I can see you. All right, I can a little bit. There we go. So I already dug a hole, and actually it was 2 holes. So I started with this hole, and then I connected it to a second hole. These holes are going to represent our lakes. Now the beavers are going to want to build something between these 2 lakes to keep the water level high in this lake closest to me and low in the lake farther away from me. So we're going to start putting some things between these 2 lakes to try to keep the water in one lake and not the other. So I'm going to start with my sticks. Beavers use a lot of sticks when they're building. And you can break them up and place them in here as however you want. Now beavers just don't set the sticks in there. They really get them in there. They will stick them into the ground. They'll weave them together. They'll do whatever they can to get this clogged up. So I'm going to add a whole lot of sticks. Now beavers also use the mud as their friend to help glue everything together. So I might take some mud here. Mine's more like wet sand, but that's okay. And I'm going to stick it together. Now I might need some more things like some leaves to kind of fill in these cracks here. And some more mud and wet dirt to hold these leaves down. Now over time, as the beavers are building, they might also start gathering materials that they have been eating. So the beaver might gnaw down all the bark off of one and then let it float down toward the dam And so then these will also stick in here. So the dam will continue growing unless something comes across to stop it. Now you might be asking yourself, why do the beavers do this? I'm going to fix my camera. There we go. So the reason that beavers want the water so high is because they've got special places that they live. And this special place is called a lodge. Now a lodge is shaped kind of like a cup or like a dome, and it has a little opening in it. Now they like their opening to be underneath the water. This is important because it keeps the predators out. If the opening is exposed, predators can sneak in and try to hurt the beavers. But if it's underwater, it's a lot easier for them to protect it. So I'm going to put my little beaver lodge right in here. And now we're set to test it. Now to test your beaver dam that you've built, you're going to need something to pour the water with. I have this plant waterer, that I'm going to use. You can use whatever you want. If you've got a cup or a water bottle, anything should work. Now let's see if I can get the camera so you can see exactly what's going on. All right. So here's my beaver lodge. Here's my beaver dam. Here comes a bunch of rain. Now you can see that my beaver dam was somewhat successful because it kept the water high enough that the entrance to the lodge is still covered with water. But there was some water that leaked over. Now, when you're making these, you can make them however you want. Maybe you find that you want to make them bigger, or with only leaves, or with only bark, or with only sticks. Give it a bunch of tries, see which ones work best. Beavers have been practicing this for a long time, and they've got some really good strategies. But you might find some strategies of your own. Now before I talked about some problems that beavers cause. A lot of people get angry because the beavers will make the water levels go up in their lake. That's understandable. You don't want your property to be damaged by higher waters, which is why humans have come up with some strategies to work around beaver dams. One strategy that humans use is called the beaver baffle. And it's called this because it baffles the beavers. Beavers know that there's a leak in their dam if they hear running water. Now, if they don't hear the running water, they're going to assume their dam is okay. So what humans do is they put in a little pipe. And my pipe is just going to be this little plastic straw here. I'll have to remember to take this out and throw it away before I'm all done so it doesn't stay in the mud. But this little pipe will help equalize the level of water on either side because we'll stick it underneath the dam and let all the water run through underwater so they don't hear the water running. So I'm going to stick my little beaver baffle right through my dam. It's a little harder than you would think. I made a really good one. There we go. I got it in. Okay. So now I'm going to test to see if it works. Alright. Can we see it? That's pretty good. Alright. So I'm going to add some more water to my lake. It's starting to dry up. And I'm adding a lot of water. This is raining a ton. But I can also see that the levels on either side are about equal. It didn't stay higher on one side than the other. So, I hope that you enjoyed watching me make a beaver dam, and I hope you get a chance to make one at home too. If you have any questions, let me know, and feel free to post pictures of what you build at home. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.